Welcome back. Now that you have created the product, you need to be able to sell that product and you need to be able to do it on Warrior Plus. And the way that you do that is to sell it within an offer. So you'll need to go to the vendor dashboard and you'll need to click on the offers section. You will then need to create a new offer. Now, before you start this process, you're going to need your product image. You're also going to need your product sales page. And so you'll need to get those ready before you start this process. If you intend to use a pre-launch sequence, you'll need to have your pre-launch page ready also for this process. So you'll need to skip back up to the top and to give your offer a name. You can then upload an image for your offer. You're going to write in your description. You're going to write in your categories and your keywords. And remember, this is how the marketplace will interact with your offer. So you want to choose these items carefully. Now, in terms of availability, what you're doing when you indicate that you're going to make your product available for deal of the day, that means then that Warrior Plus is going to determine if your product is, among all of its products, one that they feel worthy to highlight and feature among their users. And there are a number of factors internally to Warrior Plus that they use in order to make the determination. You can turn on the deal of the day if you want your product to be considered. You're now going to need to have your sales page URL. Now, the sales page URL will be the one that you're going to place your buy button on to sell your product. And typically, this is going to be the front end product to your funnel. And so again, you should already have this page ready before you come to create your offer in Warrior Plus. So all you'll need to do now is to get the page that your product buy button will go on and to place that URL here in this area. We are going to place our URL here in this area. We're not going to use a pre-launch, which is optional. We're then going to click Create. Now we can choose to use the Warrior Plus default checkout banner, or we can use an offer-specific banner in order to brand our checkout. So Warrior Plus will give you parameters that you can change, or you can just use the default setting. If you plan to use a coupon in the future, you can use a coupon field and make it available. That doesn't mean that you have to make a coupon available, but if you think you might use one in the future, you can then use a coupon field. If you're going to use advertising pixels, you can turn them on here. And then if you plan to allow affiliates to promote your offer, you can then turn on your affiliate program. You'll need to write in your affiliate details here in this area, or if you don't plan to have affiliates to promote this product, you can turn this area off. What we are now going to do is we're going to create our offer. And what you now have available to you is an area that you are going to customize in order to sell the product that you have already created. If you need to make changes to the offer settings that you just created, you can go here to the offer settings. It'll take you back to the page that you just customized. You can save the page and you can head back to the offer setup screen. Now, one thing you'll notice here is that this area is called main page. Now, you can change that main page if you want. You can click page setup. If you know that this is going to be a specific product, you can rename your main page. You can then click Save. What you'll notice here is that you can click Add a Product. And basically what you can now do is you will now have access to all of the available products that you have created within Warrior Plus. So now what you can do is you can connect. So now what you can do is to connect the product that you just created and add it to your offer. If you decide at this point that you actually do want to have an affiliate program, you can set it up here, or you can leave it off as the basic settings have already been dictated. You can then click Save. What you'll see now is that you have a product available for sale. What you can do now is get the code for that product in order to place it on your sales page. And you're going to click Get Code. And you're going to see a few things here. You can customize the button here in this area. What you can then do is copy the code and head to your sales page. What you will now do is to insert your button. And you'll click Insert. And your button is now available on your sales page. You can then click Save and Continue. Now there are two more steps that you'll need to take in order to make your product live for sale. The first thing you're going to need to do is to activate your offer. And you'll need to schedule this according to when you want to have your formal launch for the product. If it's going to be in the future, you can schedule it and then click Activate, and the schedule will have your offer ready on the date that you have set. You can also click the Launch Now button, and your product will be active as soon as you click the Launch Now button and activate it. Now, for the sake of this video, we're going to use the Schedule Launch. Now in your offer settings, you'll see that the launch is now scheduled. What if you wanted to offer an upsell to this product? You then create a new page within the offer. You're going to give that offer a name. WarriorPlus is going to ask you for a sales page URL. Now, if you've created this product page before, you're still going to need to create a new sales page, even though you're going to be using the same product as you did in a previous offer or funnel. Now, assuming then that we have created a sales page before for this product in a previous offer, all we're going to do is clone the page for that product. And we're going to use it again, except we're going to have a different URL. And so we're going to update and save the new page. We're going to get this new URL, and we're going to head back to our WarriorPlus interface. We are going to place that sales page URL here in this area. We're going to save it. What we're now going to do is we're going to create a link between the first or front-end offer and this new offer and make it into an upsell. So we're going to click on the button that says Add Upsell, and we're going to add the page that we just created as the upsell. So what we've done now is we've created a link, and we've said that if the customer makes a purchase of this first or front-end product, they're then going to be shown the next page in our offer. So what we're now going to do is to associate a product already in our WarriorPlus system with this page. And so when we click Add a Product, we'll then see all of our available products. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a product that we've already created, and we're going to make it a part of this new page. So now our upsell is the new product. Now what we can also do is we can make it so that if a customer sees this offer and they decide that they don't want to buy the offer, we can also show them a downsell for that offer. And to do that, we are going to need to have another page. So we're going to click Add New Page, and we're going to give that page a name. Now once again, even if we have used this product before in another page, we're going to have to create a new page. So we're going to come back to another page that we have, and we're going to clone that page so that we can place the new offer there. So we're now going to grab the new page, we're going to copy the link and head back to our WarriorPlus system. And we're going to use the new page. And we're then going to click Save. We now have a third product, and what we can now do is we can make it so that if the customer sees this offer, decides they don't want it, they can then be shown a downsell offer. What we can do here is click Add Downsell, and we can now add the other page that we have to be shown. So now what we have is we have it so that the customer sees the upsell, they can either take it or they can decide not to take it and then be sent to the downsell. What we now need to do is we need to associate a product with the downsell. What we're going to do is add a product. We're then going to add in this product, And we now have a product associated with this downsell page. Now, just as we did with this first product page, we need to get the code and place it on the sales page for the customer to make the purchase with this specific product. We're going to use the hurry up button, and we're going to get the code. We're now going to edit our page. We're going to paste in the new code, and we're going to click Save and Continue. One of the things you'll notice here is that because the offer is not yet live, but it has been scheduled, you will get an indicator here for the button until the product goes live. We're now going to save and close this page. Now, what we also need to do is we need to add a no thanks link if the buyer gets to this upsell page and they decide they don't want to buy it. We're going to need to go to this tab. We're then going to need to copy this tab. We're then going to need to head to our sales page. We're going to paste in the new link, insert it, and we now have a no thanks link so that if the customer decides they don't want the offer in the upsell, they'll then click this no thanks offer and they'll then be sent to the downsell offer. So what we now need to do is go through the same process for the downsell page that we created. What we're going to do is we're going to get the code and we're going to get our buy button code. And we're going to copy this code. And we're going to head to the page that we created. And we're going to add in the code. And we now see our early buy button code. We're going to click Save and Continue. What we need to do now is we need to create another no thanks link so that if the customer decides they don't want this downsell, they'll then be taken to the next page in the funnel or they'll be taken to their product. We're going to copy this code and head back to our page. And we're going to put the hyperlink code here so that when the person clicks this link, they'll then be taken to either the next page in the funnel or another upsell or downsell or to their purchase. We'll now click Save and Close. Now, if we want the product to be shown in the marketplace, we're going to need to click this Submit Request button. We'll then need to submit our product for review. Now, once your product has been approved, you'll need to come back to the offer settings. And one thing that you'll want to do is you'll want to make sure that this public button is going to be turned on. If it isn't, you'll need to turn it on. And if you want to be considered for the deal of the day, you'll need to turn it on. Now, if you decide that you want to launch your product early, you can come in and change the start date to the launch. That will not affect the approval process as to whether you are going to be shown in the marketplace, but it will then be eligible for you to start making sales. So by changing the date, we've now made the product active and private. So now if we go back to our page and refresh it, we should be able to see a live button. And we can now see that our button is live on our page. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.